Hi, Robert Plamondon here, Robert Plamondon Hypnosis in Corvallis, Oregon. Today's topic is direct suggestion in hypnosis. Direct suggestion is the earliest and simplest form of verbal suggestion in hypnosis. You are getting very sleepy is one that people have all heard. We kind of don't use that one anymore. You are now a non-smoker is another good one. And if you think about it, you've probably heard people do it in the classic form, the one that's actually the most useful. You are very sleepy, you are very sleepy, you are very sleepy. It has repetition, and it's set in the present tense, and it specifies what it is that's the desired outcome without telling you how to do it. I mean, we're not going to tell you exactly how to become sleepy. We assume you sort of already know. And any way of becoming sleepy is okay with us. And we set it in the present tense because some parts of the mind seem to be kind of ignorant about time. And if we set it in the future, that seems too far away and it doesn't do anything. So some parts of the mind have a very good sense of time and some not so much. So setting things in the simple present tense seem to get the most primitive parts of the mind on board better. Another rule with direct suggestion is that you want to say it the way you want it. If I say to a little kid, don't drop it, he's likely to drop it. But if I say, be careful, or hang on to that, then usually they won't drop it. Now, why is that? The reason is because if you tell someone, don't do something, don't imagine a blue triangle, the first thing you have to do is imagine a blue triangle and then kind of erase it, then try and make that go away. So the first thing you get is the opposite of what you want, and then the second step is to get to where you want. And with some parts of the mind, they can't tell the difference between an imagined thing and a real thing, and they can't tell the difference between the undesirable outcome and the desirable outcome. And so what you do to make things really clear to these primitive parts of the mind is say it the way you want it, so only the desired outcome is shown. So if I were in a motorboat with somebody and I saw a sandbank that maybe the person who's steering the boat didn't see, I wouldn't say, don't run aground on that sandbank. I'd say, hey, steer around that sandbank. And then the only picture in their mind, the first one I suggested, is to, take action that keeps the boat away from the sandbank. That's what we want. And I didn't suggest something that we didn't want. So those are the basic rules of direct suggestion, and that's how you'll see a lot of hypnosis going. Now the secret is that direct suggestion is not the most powerful form of suggestion in hypnosis. It is used now mostly for specialized things, especially in high-quality hypnotherapy. Direct suggestion is used by me and by a lot of advanced people for two things mostly. It's done to help people get into a state of hypnosis in the first place. That's called the induction. So in the first part of the hypnosis session, you get told, do this, do that, do this, do that, and specify the outcome. Your arms are very heavy, your eyes feel very tired, you can't open your eyes, stuff like that. When you follow a series of suggestions, then that sends you deeper and deeper into hypnosis. And so that gets people into hypnosis very well, to give them a sequence of commands to follow. That's direct suggestion. And at the very end, after we've done the tricky part, then reinforcing it by taking the same direct suggestions and repeating them a lot of times, 15, 20 times, maybe even 30 times, helps to really reinforce and make permanent the work that we just did. It feels sometimes, if you're in hypnosis and someone's saying the same thing over and over, that every repetition is like opening another door. It opens these doors, and eventually all the doors are open, and the change has passed all the way through the mind, and every part of you has accepted the change, and that makes it powerful and permanent. But that's kind of the icing on the cake. And in a different video, we'll talk about the use of metaphor, symbolism, and hypnotic processes to get the real work done in hypnotherapy. So until then, I'm Robert Plamondon Hypnotherapy in Corvallis, Oregon, and I'll see you soon.